Hello, howdy, and hi. Tobin. Today, not close to home, not far from home, about a 5-hour drive. My family and I are on vacation. That's a cabin that we're staying at. You can see the top of my truck up there. This is what would be our front yard. About a 10-minute drive from here is the Pacific Ocean. I'll be doing some shaves from there in the days ahead. Getting bombarded by bugs here. The road right there, and then right there, you can see it barely through the trees, is the Sixes River. I'll try and get a better shot of that. And right there through the trees, you can see part of the Sixes. In the winter, before things start blooming, you can see it a lot better, of course. Here comes Luna the Lunatic, and there goes Luna the Lunatic. Here's today's setup. I'll be standing right in here. Don't want to fall forward on this one. Today's shave, I'll be using Scarn from Stirling. That's one of their newest fragrances. I'll talk about that more in a minute. My bowl today is the collapsible travel shave bowl from Stirling. Splash, talk about the splash in a moment, and the balm. Today's blade is kind of a mystery. I grabbed like a handful of blades for this trip. I know it's some kind of Gillette, but if it's in a set or a platinum, we'll find out in a minute. The razor today, I got this for Christmas. It was new old stock from my mom. She actually got me 2 new old stock razors this past Christmas. One from Argentina, and this one here is from Canada. It's the 1932 model. Has a date code of Y4, so that's the 1953, fourth quarter. Yeah, you can kind of see it there, but it's gorgeous. The knurling on this 1932 is way more grippy than your average fat boy. As usual, when I'm getting this going here, I'll do a little starting and stopping. And so I was wrong. The surprise blade today, I'll attach a photo of it for anyone who's curious, is the Gillette Rubie Platinum. It's not the Plus, it's not one of the older ones, this is one of the newer ones that you can still get. The place that we're at is a rental that we've been coming to for quite some time. It's like our second home, and it feels so good to be here, standing out here in this forest. I'll talk to you guys about several things today. One, my shirt, and some amazing experiences that I've had with small businesses / artisans, vendors in the wet shave community. My scoop, once again today, Smiles for Miles, soft soap scoop. And got a little carried away with my soap. I got her in there, and I'm going to start whipping that up. I've had my finest badger brush soaking in my stainless steel bowl. Shake it out a little bit. Let's see. I didn't bring my stool with me on this trip. Sadly, I didn't have the room for it. When you travel with a bunch of women, even if you got a big rig, you kind of run out of room. Got a really good balancing act going on over here right now. Hopefully it holds out. So, give me a moment here, guys. Get some water. So the brush I'm using today is the newer handle from Razor Emporium, the finest badger one. When they first came out, I grabbed the orange one. I have the orange one. I left it at home. They both have the same knot. He also has it with a synthetic knot. I have not tried the synthetic knot. I think it's like a Plisson type though. Got a squirrel or something over here chirping at me. Oh, speaking of squirrels, I think it's actually a chipmunk. smells so good. Scarn. Scarn is a cologne dupe homage to Christian Dior's Sauvage. So the t-shirt. Got a little squirrel on there, right? Y'all know John Bonham of Cape Cod Wet Shaving. John is damn good, people. Met John about a year ago, something like that. And getting some good peaks going on in here. Look at this. This bowl is amazing, you guys. It's like, I'll add the exact price in. It's like $5, $6, $4, $8. I don't know. It was super freaking cheap. And I love it. It's, you know, collapsible. Look at that. It collapses, boom, all the way. That's slap. So we punch it back down. Brush it real good. Oh yeah. So John Bonham. He's also doing a giveaway on his Instagram. I'm trying to get this video uploaded tonight. It's Friday, March something. And so he's doing a giveaway on his Instagram. He hit 1,000 followers. He and I first started talking about a year ago, 6-8 months ago. You know, we actually developed a friendship. In my last outdoor video, I believe it was, I made the mistake, not really a mistake, but I mentioned, oh, squirrel, rubber band. I mentioned my birthday, and that was because John Paul Jones passed away when he was 45 years old in France. And I was talking about JPJ in that last shave because I was using the soap from Heritage Hill. And I'm 44 and my birthday is April 1st. And so, without even thinking about it, I mentioned it. And a few days after that, I got a message from John asking me my shirt size, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, got my mirror over here, I need to use it. He said he wanted to get me something for my birthday, you know, that now that he knew when my birthday was asking me my shirt size. Knew he was sending me a shirt, but of course I had no idea what was on the shirt. I do know I like his taste in shirts. He wears some really cool shirts in his shave videos. And he and I, you know, basically the same age. And so I knew it was going to be something that I was going to like. I just, you know, I knew it was going to be something I like. It actually came in the mail yesterday. So we got it washed up so I can bring it with me on this trip here. Show it to you guys here today. Opened up the package and I couldn't believe it when I opened it up and I saw that it was a squirrel. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, got kind of a inside joke, I guess you could call it. I don't know, a theme, inside joke. It's a something. It's a squirrel thing. And squirrels have standards. We decided that at Doris Ranch. So if you haven't seen my other videos, a squirrel has kind of become a running joke. I don't know what to call it. If you know what it is, put it in the comments below. Tree was holding this. Damn fine job, Tree. Gillette Rubie in my 1953 Canadian Tech. The 1932 model. This is the most aggressive tech out there. It has a .030 blade gap. The ball end techs from the 50s are 2.0. The fat handle tech, pre-war, peri-war tech from 1938 to 1945 is a .25 tech. So the cap on this is even bigger than it. When I opened up the package for this shirt, I laughed out loud, and I think I actually said an obscenity. My wife and our teenage daughter were standing there. I said something to the effect of, "Oh, here comes my beautiful bride now." No effing way or something. I can't remember what it was, and laughing. Showed my wife, and she absolutely loved it. Hello, beautiful lady walking through the forest.
Hi.
I was just telling everyone about my shirt. How's dinner going?
Great.
Good. Let me pause it real quick, guys.
I'm here for it.
Bye, I love you.
Bye, I love you.
That was a nice surprise. So,
"2,000 years later."
talking about John? I think it was. So when I had the camera unpaused there, I rinsed my razor real quick, and we're ready to start lathering up for pass number 2. I think I'll need to add a little bit of water to my face once I start getting it going. But Stirling's base, you guys, is just fantastic. And this Scarn, I've never owned Sauvage, but I've had a sample, and then I've done the old department store thing to where you walk up and spit yourself with it, right? But from my memory, it's spot on. The projection is about a medium projection, and the smell is just absolutely fantastic. Spicy, woody. I also got the EDT, and it's just perfect. It really is. And the wife loves it. My daughter loves it. She's up there cooking dinner. Tonight she's making John Wayne casserole, is what it's called. I might have to include a picture or two of that now that I mentioned it and the recipe for it, but it's off the chart. So John Bonham, become a damn good friend of mine. We text, chit chat, DMs, all that stuff. And after his video yesterday, if you guys haven't seen it, where he had his camera set up on an ironing board, I think I know what I'm going to get him. Another ironing board. Excuse me. Yeah, I need a little bit of water and grab some more lather. The outdoor shaves are a little tricky. So John, thank you, brother. I love you. I thank God for so many people like you and the people in this community. Just your generosity, your friendship. I've never been a part of any other online community. As many of you know, I kind of keep to myself as it is previously within this community alone. So I can't compare this community to any other online community, but it's really something special. And people like Bonham, if you've never seen him or watched any of his content, they're a credit to all of us. Yeah. Almost went to current events and stuff, but I don't want to do that with these videos. Let's talk about Stirling. So this soap set, I have the balm, the splash, the soap, and like I said, I grabbed the EDT. But originally, with this last order, I've used it 2 or 3 or 4 times now. This last order that I did a few weeks ago, a month ago, I don't know, whenever Scarn came out is basically when I ordered it. But I didn't actually. So what happened was, I was trying to gather up as much Oro Valley as I could. Oro Valley, is their cologne that came out. One thing about being out here in the woods, a skeeter biting me on the head. He paid the final price. Little bastard. I was buying up the Oro Valley. I love Tom Ford's ombre leather. That's one, what's the word, designer cologne that I do have, or perfume. It's EDT is what it is. Or P, I don't know. Wife and kids got it for me for Christmas. They knew I liked it. But so I have Tom Ford's version of it. And when Rod and Mandy came out with that, I grabbed it. And you guys, it's spot on. Oro Valley is spot on. And so they had put it on sale about the same time that Scarn came out. And so I was buying another bottle of the EDT. So it was on sale for like $18 or something. And a splash. They were already out of the soaps. But I bought a couple other things. And, you know, Stirling, they don't mess around when it comes to shipping. If you order something from them on a Monday, chances are it's going to be in the mail on Tuesday. And I think that's actually how it's worked with every order I've ever placed with Stirling, is that the very next day or the day after it's in the mail. And so that next day I get an email, and it was from Keisha, the shipping manager at Stirling. And she was telling me that, you know, unfortunately there was a mistake with the inventory, and that they didn't have any of the splash left. And if there was something else that they could replace it with. And she also mentioned up front that they were going to send me a bath bar of my choosing, which I love their bath bars. I got this a little too wet. Especially the barbershop. I used the barbershop bath bar and the shampoo conditioner bar. And so I was like, okay. It was basically like, I think it was $8.75 or something like that was how much the Oro Valley splash was. And so it's the little 2 ounce, you know, the smaller ones. And so I looked through, and they only had like 3 of them that were available, and one of them was Stirling Green, and I already have Stirling Green. I got this way too wet. That's okay, it's gonna work. I already had Stirling Green, so it basically left me with 2 to choose from. I didn't really want either one of them, so I called. Well, first I emailed her back. And then a few hours later, I hadn't heard back from her, and she left in that original email a phone number and let me know, you know, if you have any questions or want to talk to me by phone, to give me a call. I thought that was really cool. And so, you know, I emailed her back originally around 9 or so in the morning, and then when I hadn't heard back from her, I called her that afternoon and spoke to someone else at like a front desk first, and asked for Keisha by name, and she came to the phone. Total professional, total sweetheart. Couldn't have asked to talk to a better person on the other end of the line when it comes to customer service. So I told her basically what I just said to you guys about the replacement. And I asked her if they could just credit me that $8.75 and just turn it into points, because they have the, you know, the loyalty program. And something I always take advantage of is these loyalty programs. So I figured, you know, just have them put it on my account. And she said, you know, yeah, we could do that. Rod is normally the guy who does it, is what I believe she said. But they could do that. And then she said, you know, or if there's one of the bigger splashes that you'd like to have, we can do that too. It doesn't have to be one of the 2 ounce ones. I thought, wow. You give me a bar of soap, and now you're telling me I can upgrade. This is pretty cool. like to have this happen more often. Totally changed everything. I was so blown away when she said that. It immediately told me that they cared and that they were willing to eat a couple of dollars to make things right. And I was so impressed because I've actually had similar things like that happen, and I only get my money back, which is fine. That's all I expect, right? We're all human, and that includes doing inventory, right? So to say the least, I was thoroughly impressed. Spoke with her another minute or two, and told her, well, you know, I'd like to try Scarn. So, long story short, we wrapped up the call, and I got a sample soap, a full bath bar, and the splash for Scarn. And of course, love it for a sniff. And so I immediately ordered the EDT, the soap, and the balm. And I couldn't be happier. Scarn is perfect. If you like Sauvage, if you love Sauvage, damn it, I'm back. I ran out of save space on this darn phone. I need to go through and clean out a bunch of junk. So here we go with my cleanups. I was saying that the Scarn is amazing. Stirling, Rod and Mandy's customer service, their attention to detail, from them being out of stock. Well, and I know from them being out of stock, but the way they took care of it, their attention to detail with all their products, the way that they hit, you know, all the notes, the pepper, the bergamot. What else is this? Patchouli. As soon as you smell it, it immediately reminds me of Sauvage by Christian Dior. Their coffee, like if you saw my Instagram, it's just, their attention to detail is spot on. All the little things really turn out to be big things. The little things that matter, at least to me. Big things always matter too, but there's a lot to be said in the little things. This razor is so fantastic. This Rubie is perfect in this blade, or razor. I'm gonna go into the house for dinner, and the wife is gonna love me all the more. She loves this stuff. I don't know how anyone could not like it. The brush I used today was the finest Best Badger. It's a Best Badger from Razor Emporium. Is, in my opinion, dollar for dollar, the best Badger in my den. Dollar for dollar. $25, I believe it is, you guys. I have knots that are Best Badger, $75, $125. This is just as good, if not better. I'm talking about the knot. The handle is beautiful. The other one is orange and black, and it's really cool. I like it. I had to buy it because it was the Oregon State Beaver colors. But I'm telling you right now, most bang for your buck in a Badger knot is right here when it comes to brushes that are in my den. $25 for the best Badger in my den, and that's why I own two of them. That's why it was so easy for me when he came out with this new handle. Boom! Yeah, get some. I got two. All right. I might have smoked some crack when the battery ran out. I might not have. Let me clean up real quick. Thankfully, I layered it up today. Get the fuck out of here. I left my towel up at the cabin, but thankfully I wore 2 shirts, and so I got cleaned up with my long sleeve shirt here. Thankfully there is a washer and dryer here, so I'll get that taken care of. When I undress there, that'll be on my OnlyFans, and if you don't know how to find that account, John Bonham can show you the way. It's funny because I mentioned it once before in a. Oh god, this stuff smells so good. I mentioned it once before in a video that I did from home, and that I had an OnlyFans. I joked, right, about taking a shower, and I get a screenshot from John Bonham that user didn't exist or something like that. It's freaking hilarious. So John will help you find it. John, people like you give me hope for humanity, your generosity, and not just that you bought me a shirt, but your thoughtfulness. This just screams to your character. The thoughtfulness that you put into this gift. It was awesome. And that's immediately what came to my mind, was not only when I saw the shirt, was not only that you had purchased me a gift, and that in by itself is awesome when people, spend their money on you, because what they're really spending is their time. And money is time, time is money, right? And but then to open it up and see that it wasn't just, some t-shirt, that it was actually something that you had put thought and heart into. And dude, you made my day, you made my week, you brought a smile to my face in such a way that it rarely happens. I like to joke that old men don't get grumpy, they just get sick of people's, and the world is just cruel. Here comes a car. But dude, thank you. Balm. Whoop, a bit of a glare. Yeah, there we go. Scarn. I looked that word up. I know it's like after a TV show or something. I don't know. I don't get the gist of it. I'll have to Google it again, and maybe I'll attach it. In the description for the soap, it says something about a TV show. I don't know. I don't know the reference. Looked up the word Scarn though. It has all kinds of meanings. It's just like a really old word. The labdanum, I think it is, I really pick up on in this aftershave balm. Labdanum is really, really cool. I don't know if you guys know, but labdanum has been used for thousands of years. It's actually mentioned in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, a couple of times. And about 1,000 years ago or so, in Europe, and I think even before that too, the way that they would get the labdanum was they would comb it out of the beards of goats and sheep, because it comes from this flower, cistus, or rock rose is what we call it, I think, now today. There's a bunch of different species of it. But the goats and the sheep, as they walk through these shrubs, because that's what it grows out of, is a shrub, they would collect it in their hair, and so then they would then comb it out of the hair. And makes sense to me, because I find all kinds of stuff trapped up in this. Like, look there, I still got some soap. So that's kind of cool, right? I'm gonna smoke me some more crack. Feeling good, guys. I'm on vacation. Got another car coming. That's the only thing about this spot. I should have done this out on the back end, but I like the lighting that was right here. Car. EDT. Make the wife weak in the knees. Oh, get one of them under. Bam! That's the best smelling squirrel you ever did see. So again, Scarn, Stirling, fantastic. Finest, best badger from Razor Emporium. Best bang for your buck, in my opinion, at least for my den. $25. I'll put that in the video. Links below. Yakety schmackety. Take care of yourself and have a great weekend.